And we're live.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect, how it affects them, and the price of milk. Thank you. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe down below.
Hey guys, welcome to another great show. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining us. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a great week. Glad you could join us on such short notice. So yeah, we got some exciting stuff to talk about. We got how many folders we got tonight to do, Sandy?
We have 5 folders.
5. Okay, so 5 folders. Looks like it may be kind of a shorter show tonight. That's fine. So just hang in there, guys. Teresa, what were you going to say, Sandy?
Do you want to tell them that tomorrow we may possibly have a 1 folder show? Possibly.
Yeah, we may have another great one to share with you guys tomorrow night. So just hang in there, possibly for tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I see Lurk Learner has joined our chat. First one in the audience. Hey, Lurk Learner, welcome.
Welcome. Hi.
See, who else is going to join up? Let's see. We got 4 people watching. Come on, guys.
Well, probably. Oh yeah, now there's 4. I was gonna say one of them's me.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, if you build it, they will come, right? So
Yeah.
we hope to get more in the audience. Great to see everyone. All right, so Teresa, do we have any birthdays on the list that you wanted to share?
Yeah, I got a few birthdays. Martin Rogers, aka Wizardry, his birthday is April 29th. Marissa Spencer is May 1st. Nick Friend is May 2nd. Karen B. F.E. is May 9th. Julie Nugent is May 15th. And Debretti is May 29th. That's everybody.
No, it's not.
Wow. It's like we got the whole month of May pretty much covered.
That's it, yep.
No, you missed May 30th. That's Dan's birthday.
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh,
I know, it's okay.
Dan's is, what'd you say, May 30th?
Yes.
May
That's
30th.
awesome.
I really didn't know when his birthday is.
I know, it's okay. That's what I want you to know.
Well, Teresa, add it to your list. We got somebody here. Angels Don't Fall was on the 18th.
Happy birthday, Angels Don't Fall.
Happy belated birthday. Hello, Burgos. Burgos has joined up.
Hey, Virgos. Hey, Wise Asker.
Roman Solaris, hello. Welcome.
Hi, Robert Humphreys.
There you go.
Welcome, Roman Solaris.
Everybody's popping in now. Cool.
Yeah, we got nine people watching. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Wait. Robert Humphrey's birthday is the 28th of April, correct? April?
April?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I want to talk about this.
I was going to say, since Teresa's taking birthdays, if you guys want to just throw your birthdays in so she can write it down for later, that'd be fine.
Robert Humphrey, when is this?
Robert Humphrey is the 28th. You're a little muffled, Teresa.
Okay, and who else?
Well, Angels Don't Fall was the 18th of April.
Don't fall. The 18th? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Here you go. Got it. Put it down.
Okay, Brian, go ahead.
All right. So we got the birthdays done.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about this one, Sandy, if I could go in. Does it have to be a certain order that I have to go
Nope.
in, or
Whatever you want to do.
okay? Because I'm noticing here this medical drama that ran. Let's see. Let me just bring up the screen here. This will be our first one tonight. First Emmy of the evening. This medical drama that ran from 1976 to 1983, starring Jack. Is it Klugman or Klugman? I guess.
Plugman.
Okay. Is it one or two words? It starts with a
Well,
Q.
yes. That's what we want
Let's
them
see
to
what-
answer. What do you remember the name of the show being, if you know it? It is an old one.
I
And
do
I'm
remember.
actually,
I do remember this. I'm trying to remember what station it was on. Do you remember, Sandy? That's a bonus. We may ask that as a bonus question here. What channel or station was it on?
well, it was
Originally, I mean, not like now, because they could be showing it on TNT or TBS, I imagine.
it was owned by MCA TV, and I believe it aired on NBC. I think it was NBC. Pretty sure it was. I'm gonna put money on NBC.
Okay.
See, back now, I don't know. Is this a Mandela effect or did this happen? Am I remembering this wrong? But do you remember NBC and CBS switching channels?
What do you mean?
Like, all right, for example, I remember like CBS was channel 10 and NBC was channel 6. And sometime in the early 80s, NBC became 10 and CBS became 6. It could have been a Philly thing. I don't know, but
Hey, Sandy, you should
maybe
have
I'm
put $1
remembering
million
that
bucks.
wrong.
You should have put $1 million bucks on that. You were right.
I am?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
It was on it. It was on NBC.
Oh, awesome.
I remember this show. I remember there being an episode discussing botulism.
My grandmother watched the show, so I watched the show too. So why Asker says Quincy M.E.
Okay. What do you remember, Teresa?
Where's Teresa?
What, Brian?
Okay. What
Brian?
do you remember about the show?
Yeah, he was a doctor, and you mean the name of it?
Yeah.
Just Quincy.
Roman Solaris says Quincy.
Quincy, yeah, he was a doctor.
Yeah, I
Welcome,
remember.
Javier. Javier says, you don't hear about botulism much these days. No, you don't. Hey, Mustard Seed of Faith. Happy
Hey,
Anzac
Mustard Seed of
Day.
Faith, welcome, Mustard Seed of Faith, Javier.
I don't know what that is. So we have 2 answers in the chat, and we're at 50-50.
I remember Quincy, just Quincy. That's me. But I don't want to influence anyone else. What they remember, just post it in the chat, please, guys. What? Hey, Joe, what do you remember? You remember Quincy or Quincy M.E.?
Oh, Joe remembers Quincy M.D. Oh, we got a third
what?
one.
Wow.
Now we got a third one. You know what? I can actually see that better than a me.
I don't know. Most people don't remember Tortino's like I do. I feel like I'm on my own little island there. But I mean, there's people on Twitter that remember Tortino's pizza rolls.
Oh, Quincy Jones is a different show, Javier. That's different. That's wait, that's what am I saying? That's a singer, right? Quincy Jones, singer.
Can I move
I
on
can
to the
picture
next
his
slide?
face. Yeah.
Are we okay? So now, okay. So let me just read from what the slide says. Okay. So Sandy has only ever known this show as Quincy, just Quincy, never Quincy ME. You guys remember the ME?
And I feel
Which
like it's being slapped in my face because that's how I shorten Mandela effect. M period E period. Seriously. So here's the current reality. That's the opening scene in the bottom left.
it is strange that it does coincide with the Mandela effect, the same abbreviation.
And look how ridiculously small they had it. Like there wasn't room to add it.
Sandy, you got to say your catchphrase here.
I can't.
I can't. You have Evie saying it.
I know, it's horrible. Here's some residue. I find it strange that TV Guide didn't take the time to actually write the actual name of the show. Like they didn't write, like Charlotte Ray from Facts. No, they wrote the Facts of Life. I don't understand why they couldn't write ME.
So these are residues.
Oh, the first one you missed on the bottom left, that was a script. A Quincy script.
Yeah.
No ME, just Quincy.
You mean the bottom right?
Bottom right, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry.
I used to watch shows like this. Sandy, and Murder, She Wrote. That was good too.
Mm-hmm. See, now why would all these ads just say Quincy and not Quincy ME if that was the name of the show?
Yeah, I think I used to get. I got the two names of the shows confused. There's what is it, Dr. Quinn and Quincy, two different shows entirely. But
Hey,
they
John
both sort
Nada.
of.
So this is just to point out that in 1976, MCA was already merged with an Upside Down V and merged TV. In 1976. Already merged. Already
Hey,
like that.
Teresa.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? The letters being messed up like that.
I don't remember the A looking like that.
And
Like
the CA is merged and the A is an upside down V.
No, that definitely changed.
And the T and the V is merged. Are merged.
Yep. It's all merged.
Bizarre. Very bizarre.
It's like alien language. All right, moving on to the next Mandela effect. And just bear with me here, guys. Flickr takes a minute because it's such a large database.
If anybody knows good alternatives to Flickr, please let me know. They're getting ridiculously expensive. I can't afford it. And they are slow, so slow and buggy.
Like a horse and buggy.
Like slow, and yes, a horse and buggy is slow, yes. Welcome,
Right, so
Svetlana.
I know Teresa. This is usually about the time where she has to get up in the morning. So I'm gonna do this next one for her. This is actually her find.
What, Brian?
Do you want to read yours, Teresa?
Yeah, I will.
You want me to read it for you, Teresa?
You go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so this is credit for Teresa Lynch, who found it. The actress that is best known for her portrayal of Elaine Dickinson in the 1980 movie Airplane, Julie what? Starts with an H and ends with a Y.
Well, we can say the name. We
Is
just
it
need them to
Henley?
spell the name. It's Haggerty.
Haggerty?
Yes. Julie Haggerty. We just need them to spell Haggerty.
All right. This is not a spelling contest, guys. Just spell it how you remember it. Hey, John Nada's made it to the chat. Hey, John. Glad you could join us. Welcome. Svetlana. Hey, Svetlana.
The previous Mandela Effect, Svetlana, I only remember the 1970s, early 80s medical drama called Quincy. It's just Quincy for me. Now it's Quincy M.E. Like Mandela Effect.
So, Svetlana wants to know, why do you keep naming effects?
What do you mean naming them? I don't understand the question.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to understand the question. Svetlana, could you be more specific? Oh, counting them, counting the effects.
We're not counting as in keeping track of how many. We see them and we report on them.
Yeah, it's like I explained to everyone. It's like there's been a crime scene, okay? An imaginary crime scene where somebody or something has changed everything. And so we're just...
Wait, Brian? No, that's not what Preliminal
No.
saying that she's getting at, you know, the what as to what why it's happening. And people can,
Oh,
for me personally, I think it's a waste of time. There's no way of ever finding out how, unless someone comes out and says, hey,
okay.
I'm the cause. There's no way of us ever knowing. So for me, it's just a waste of time. It's speculation. I like facts. And a fact for me is something I can prove with residue and research. So
Yeah, those
I'd
are...
rather focus on the changes as opposed to just throwing out
Well,
theories in the dark as to why it could be happening. I have
yeah,
theories, I have
yeah, we,
ideas, but
I mean, we
not
could
my cup
toss
of tea.
around ideas, and I mean, at this point, it's just, we can't really. I don't think we'll ever really know. To be honest, possibly one day it'll be revealed to us. Um, I don't know. So right now we're just tracking them. It's like, I guess we're tracking like a hurricane, kind of like a storm tracker. We're tracking this thing as it moves along.
Svetlana, we report on them because there are people coming to the effect every day. We get new people all the time. If you want to see a channel that covers the what, like what they think, why it's happening, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There are channels that solely focus on that. But we shouldn't stop covering the changes because the changes are still happening. In fact, they're speeding up, in my opinion. And if there's messages in these changes, we need to be paying attention.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so in Svetlana's video, she points out intuitive theories, her specialty. That's what Preliminal has been saying here. But yeah, we find John Nada. Yeah, you're right. We find new ones all the time. So yeah, Svetlana. I mean, you bring up an interesting point here. And Sandy, I don't know if you remember, Svetlana's actually called in before. I think she was.
Oh, yeah,
She was on.
definitely. We've talked to her, yes.
Yes. So, yeah, the messages and the interpretations of it all. Definitely something it's definitely talk worthy.
As a matter of fact, when we get to one of the Mandela effects tonight, there's something I found that's never been seen before that I know of. Like something that I can't describe it. He's not doing the folder. So when we get to it, I'll say, remember, just remember that I said that, and I'll explain. when we get to it.
Okay. So Julie Haggerty, I think we only had one person in the audience point this out. So can I move on to the next slide, Sandy? So just for time
Sure.
purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. So just
John
so you guys
remembers
know,
it like it is now.
Okay, Teresa clearly remembers her name is Julie Haggerty, Hagggarty, but it's always been Haggerty with one G. Is this from your memory as well? So this is the way it is now.
And wait, look at that signature at the top. Just looks weird how Hag, like there's a space there for the missing G.
That's what I was thinking too, that there's an extra space there. That's so weird.
Welcome, last flyboy.
But there is residue out there.
Brian, you need to put up a comment.
What's that?
Roman says, whoever or whatever is behind it has some explaining to do. I like it.
Hey, I should have wore that shirt tonight. I have a T-shirt that says, "Lucy, you got some explaining to do." Yeah, guys.
All right.
If you want to subscribe to Svetlana, where she explains some of that stuff, definitely. If that's what you want to talk about.
So you don't keep them hanging on what I was saying. Go to the bay.
JT74 says Catholic Bible has changed. Look up Isaiah 6, the wolf, and then Matthew 18:20, wherever 2 or 3. That's the one where 2 or 3 gather in my name.
I'll take a
it's supposed to be
screenshot.
right. Whenever there are 2 or more is what it's supposed to be gathered in my name. There I am.
Yep, it's 2 or more. And you know what? I've checked these, and these were correct before. So if my Bible's changed, that's definitely a change, because my Bible did not say that before.
Well, do you remember years ago I found the change with Matthew 11, verse 15. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. The eyes to see is gone from that. It used to be the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and I found residue for it.
I remember.
They took away the eyes to see, so maybe that's a symbol for what's happening right now. They're taking things away for us to see. I don't know. It's all speculation. John Donna says Airborne Saint does pretty good skeptical work on Bible changes. So I'm going to go back to the presentation. So is this a change for you guys? Is Julie Haggerty, is her name changed for you? Maybe we should ask her. Is she still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. I don't know, a lot. I don't know. There are like some theories out there that suggest some of the actors and actresses are clones. I really don't subscribe to that, but I mean, maybe maybe that's when they clone them. Maybe the name changes. I have no idea. I'm just
I
joking.
hope not, because people remember your name differently. So,
Jeez.
John Nada, your guess was what it is now.
Definitely residue. So look, here's the this guy Chad, I guess on Facebook, says, "Today I got the privilege to move Julie Haggerty," and he spells it with 2 G's, aka the lead actress in the Airplane movies, and everyone loves Raymond. It's supposed to be everybody loves Raymond. Nicest lady, great move.
It's okay.
Rude Awakening. Eric Roberts, and then there's Residue for Julie Haggerty. I'll let you guys read some of this if you can.
Oh,
see
the
it, but
two on the left is Charlie. Was it Charlie Rose, Teresa? It was Charlie Rose. In 1992, the show's March 16th, 1992, Julie Haggerty was on the show.
What's Sandy?
hey,
The show that you have with Julie Haggerty, was that Charlie Rose?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think
Maybe.
it was. I think it was Charlie Rose, yes.
Yeah.
Sandy
No.
and Teresa, did we ever forget? Did we ever note? Did we ever talk about Courtney Fox's name changing? I think we did.
Courtney Cox, that's an old one.
Yeah, it's an old.
Friends, yeah, that's old.
The one that really bothers me is Nicolas Cage's name.
Yeah, that bothers me too.
Oh, geez, Brian, don't freak me out.
Why? Were you just looking up?
No, I was watching a movie on him last night. Like, seriously. I'm not even kidding.
How does that stuff happen? It's like the
I don't know. I was watching him again, this movie, last night, and it was Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, man, I love him as an actor.
What I was going to suggest was maybe on one of these episodes, we could talk more about synchronicities, and I would love to definitely hear from some of you guys in the audience. That would be great.
Definitely.
We could talk about synchronicities because that happens a lot with the Mandela effect.
A lot.
Especially, yes, more often than not.
Between all three of us, too, it happens a lot.
Well, there's a lot of times someone in the chat will say something that has to do with one of the Mandela effects we're doing tonight. Not tonight, but that night. I'm like, that's weird that you said that because we're talking about that.
Yeah. Just like Brian talked about Nicolas Cage, and I watched one of his movies last night for the umpteenth time, you know. Yep. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, he definitely had an H in there.
But perhaps maybe that's one of the things that binds us together as human beings, that we're able to communicate through like various means, and that we're able to interpret, like maybe that we're on the same wavelength. I guess I don't know beyond the metaphysical, yeah, it's something we could definitely talk about. Yeah, so here's our next Mandela effect. Mandela effect number 3: true or false? Kohl's, has it always been a department store to you? True or false? Kohl's has always been a department store. Anyone? Teresa or Sandy, you want to read from the chat?
I was waiting for the chat to answer. I mean, it's a 50-50. Take it easy, guess.
I say true. That's the only thing I know of Kohl's has been is a department store. I mean,
Okay, so John Nada says, I guess. Yes, the old Mandela effect is the apostrophe. It looks like a hot air balloon. It's weird. Or like a really fat raindrop upside down. I agree with you on that. JT says true for me. Joe Bloor says true.
Sandy, not to mention that the L has a hook on it on the right side of the L. It like curves up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it curls up instead of being flat. I just remember them being flat. The letter was flat before. You see what I'm talking about? Let me zoom in. You see how it curves upward, the L. It used to be flat.
Point.
Yeah, and I covered that in one of my videos. I was actually outside doing a video on it, and I actually pulled one of the employees. I think that was kind of funny. I pulled them out there so they could see it, and they were like, "No, it wasn't like that," and they worked there,
Alex says false. Alex, when people say the one answer that's different from everyone else's, you're saying false. What was it? What do you remember it being before this? You guys there?
Yeah.
Burgess says, no, I covered that one a long time ago. For me, it was Barbara, like spelled like Barbara, but Barbara. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for, but good try, Alex. That's what Coles technically is right now, I guess you could say that. But you can go on, Brian. Because Alex is correct, it's false. I want everybody to take note of the logos in the beginning. That really 1946 to 62 font. That's the important one we're looking at. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. So those of us presenting Mandela effects and even more, or even some that do not, routinely research these logos for changes. So the logos, I forget what logos means in Greek. Logos is a Greek word, but it means something. What does it mean in Greek, Sandy? Greek
I'll
tip.
look it up so I don't butcher it. Traditionally meaning word, thought, principle, or speech.
Right.
That's the Greek. Word, reason, plan, speech.
Word, reason, or plan. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. Words, reasons, or plans. But I thought it meant signs, like signs. You know, they say signs of the times.
Mm-hmm.
You would think logos would have something to do with this. Not once have I ever come across evidence that Kohl's started out as a grocery store. Did you know this?
So you're going to see it on the next slide. That logo is the logo up until 1962, but the grocery stores were around through the 80s. We've researched Kohl's before. I've never, ever come across Kohl's food stores. Now this sold groceries. Totally groceries.
From 46 to 62?
Yep, that was the logo. But as you can see, Brian, on the previous slide, go back, keep going. Yeah, that one right there, I'm sorry. I'm on a delay. The bread is the second logo. Like there's multiple logos on the food store. It's not just the first one. I'm just showing you, it is the same Kohl's. That's all.
That's an oddly shaped building, isn't it?
Actually, that's familiar to me because we had an Acme, which is part of the Albertsons family of grocery stores, shaped just like that.
You just don't see that much anymore. I mean, that to me looks like an airplane hangar, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of does. I think it was popular in the 60s.
Oh.
Preliminal says, I went to Kohl's Grocery a lot. They were common in Milwaukee. Well, they became coals, regular coals that we see today. I've never heard of it. And like I said, when we researched the logo, I didn't see anything about Kohl's Grocery. And now all of a sudden it's there.
Definitely some mysterious origin going on there. So we have the next Mandela effect we're going to talk about. Is this the last one, or we got more, Sandy?
There's 5 total. How many did you do?
I think we did 3 so far.
No, there's 2 of them. There's Flounder and the Bay. I would do the Bay first because, like I said, I told them to remember something and it's in the Bay.
So yeah, at Kohl's you can do Amazon returns there now. You're right, John. I saw that they advertise it outside the building. That's where you can go to take your Amazon returns back. All right, so this next one here, we're talking about Ariel, right? Or
No.
not Ariel,
Oh, all right.
Flounder, right?
I said to do the Bay first, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Whatever. All right. Yeah, so recently I saw a clip of Disney's Little Mermaid, and something was totally different for me. So normally I give you like 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. There's actually 2 A's and a B. And the reason why there's 2 A's is because of the colors. So, you go to the next slide, Brian. Which fins do you remember on Flounder? One color and like a dorsal fin, or 2 colors and like a fin with hair in the front. So I guess you could say A1, A2, or B, because they're the same. One's just a darker blue. I don't know which one you guys remember, Brian, Teresa, but he's definitely changed for me. Welcome, Adam for Christ, Euler, Greg. They
I'm
both
gonna
popped in.
No, wait.
I feel like it was A1, Sandy, like the steak sauce.
Sandy, there's 2 A's.
I know you're choosing A1 or A2, Teresa, or
I'm
B.
gonna say A1 like the steak sauce.
A2.
Okay. You're A2, Teresa? Okay. Joe
I'm
Bloor is
A1.
A1. Oh, he doesn't have a goatee. That's his other fin. It's on the other side.
Hey, Sandy, who said that?
Preliminal. But it's okay. I can see it. From here, I can see it. It does look like a goatee.
Sandy, you should.
Awesome. Thank you, Preliminal. I needed that.
Sandy, you should doodle that on there. Goatee. Credit Preliminal on that one.
Now I know what the April Fool's Mandela effect's going to be next year. Burgos says B. JT is A2. So we have all the answers in the chat now. A1, A2, and B. Anybody else? Ever seen The Little Mermaid? Teresa, did you say A2?
Yeah,
Yes.
I said it. She said A2. I said A1.
So it's still 50-50. Two A2s, two A1.
That's because Brian's thinking of steak sauce.
I have steak sauce on the brain. Sorry.
Yeah, Joe, the prelim minimal thing. Yes, some people say his name changed.
I remember it as preliminal.
So do I. I always call him preliminal. It's always been that like for me.
And I gotta say, I remember preliminal, but I remember it changing almost 2 years ago now. Welcome, Detective Rusty. You wanna choose one before we give the answer? I can't believe we only have like 3 answers and there's 25 people watching. So Detective Rusty is a B. So we have 2 of each now. 2 A1s, 2 A2s, and 2 Bs. All right, well, we're going to go on because it's getting late and Teresa's hanging in there. John Knott is not sure. So I remember A, and I'm going to say either color is all right with me. This is exactly how I remember Flounder. The color doesn't matter as long as it's a blue. I'm happy. It's fine. But he never had stripes or hair in my past. They look so wrong to me, especially the stripes. I don't remember stripes in his fins. And that hair thing in the front. I don't remember that.
Where's his goatee? All right.
So here is some scenes from the movie. A costume, little golden book, a drawing, and that just looks absurd to me. I'm sorry, that's the word. The dorsal fin, the side fins, the tail fin. No, never had stripes for me.
Yeah, for
I
me
think
was
it
a
may have been
solid.
the darker blue because that looks really bright.
Right.
Yeah, you'd think I would have noticed that, Joe. It's so weird. It's so weird looking.
Yeah, he's got stripes on him now. That's so weird, man.
Stripes and like Joe said, wow, punk rock mohawk. That's what it looks like. It looks like hair now. I remember that. And the bottom right is the scene that I saw. That made me
That's the
like,
one that you noticed.
yeah, I was like, well, what? Uh-uh. So the top, does that change? Does that have stripes? No, it's just the shadow. So the top is A1. We got an A2 in the bottom left, a darker one, but this is the best I could do for residue.
Is it because their residue is just not there, or
Yeah, it's hard to find. It's all striped. It's all striped.
that's so weird, man? And what was the other one you wanted me to talk about, Sandy?
The bay. That's the one that I said to them. Like we talked about a lot of logos, letters merging together, how they could be messages, and how we didn't grow up with that. Well, we're gonna get to a logo within this folder. It's not just the logo that's changed. It's not the logo. That's the well, it is a problem, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. We'll get to it because there's a question first. You want to, Brian? Do you want to read it?
Yeah, I was reading something from the chat that Svetlana pointed out. Guys, do you think physical and non-physical reality will merge in the near future, and that's why they are preparing us to operate in metaverse-like reality? I don't know. They seem to talk about the metaverse a lot lately with movies and TV.
Well,
There's,
the thing is, though, I don't know anyone who's excited to even use the metaverse to do anything in the metaverse. I don't know anyone. All I've seen is like people making fun of it, to be honest. So I don't know. It's possible, but I don't think Facebook is going to usher that in. I think Facebook is the reason why they're making fun of it so much. No one trusts them.
oh, hey, whatever happened, Sandy, with that buyout? That thing with Twitter.
I don't know. It's not dead, but it's I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
So yeah, Sandy, you want to talk about this one?
Sure. This department store has locations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Some sources say it's a Canadian company, and I think it is because it technically was started in Great Britain, but Google says it's an American company. We're just going to say it's a company located in the U.S. and Canada. Do you know the name of the company? And if you don't, just by the logo, I will give you a hint, but I'm just seeing if anybody knows it just by the logo. Okay, so they're not getting it, Brian. So let's give them an option. Next slide, please. Okay. This company name has changed for me. But has it changed for you? What is it? Was it 1, Hudson Bay Company, 2, the Hudson Bay Company, or 3, Hudson's Bay Company? Canada Dry. It does have a crest on it, I'll give you that. I mean, this company's been around since 1670. Wow, they don't know it. Oh my. Okay, Ed Hen, welcome. He remembers number 1. John Nada, 1. I got a hat and watch there a couple years ago in Vancouver. JT is a 2.
I remember 1, Sandy.
You remember 1.
Or possibly 2, but definitely not 3.
Okay. Anyone else want to guess? I'll go with 2, Alex, Last Flyboy says. Detective Rusty says 1. All right, well. Okay. Brian, you can go on. It was always the Hudson Bay Company for me.
What?
I can agree to just Hudson Bay Company, but it's always been Hudson's Bay. I don't remember the S at all.
You know what this reminds me of, Sandy? You know, Land's End is now Lands' End.
No, it's not. That's horrible.
Go look at Land's End. Let me show you guys. Actually real quick. That's what. Crazy stuff going on, man. You know, it's supposed to be Land's End, like that.
Yeah.
It's now Lands's. It's like as a apostrophe at the end of Lands.
Oh no, that's not right.
And the LA is merged.
Yeah, it's not right. Nope, it was an apostrophe.
I used to get those magazines all the time.
So wait, I have excellent residue because I think it just changed. But remember that thing I was telling you about that we've never really seen before? And we've talked about all these merging logos and everything. Yeah, Brian, go on. So, and the logo has officially been merged since 2012. However, now notice the H and the B are one letter. That's not the big deal. Just remember the HB. Actually, HBC is merged, but look at the HB. I have found the HB merging going back over 100 years. This coin is from 1854, and the HB is already merged. I have never seen merging in the 1800s. That's what I wanted to point out. I've never seen any merging letters in the 1800s. Like, this is nuts. So here's current reality, Hudson's Bay Company. Absolutely, Svetlana. Absolutely.
Sandy, get out
Yes.
of here. You can't tell me it was like that.
It's always been like that since 1670.
Teresa, what do you think about that? The Hudson's Bay Company.
I'm not familiar with that one very well, but I remember if I had to guess, I would say Hudson Bay Company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hudson Bay Company. That's what I would guess.
Plenty of residue out there.
There's a lot of residue. You might want to move through it quick. I'll stop you when there's a good one. So there's a book. It's a published book, Conquest, about the Hudson Bay Company. There's a map. This is a comic strip someone made. No, it's okay.
Sorry about the delay. Okay. Comic strip for the Hudson Bay Company.
So there's a photograph back in 1948. Someone actually wrote Hudson Bay. And Hudson's Bay's in the background.
Oh, that's so weird.
There's a plaque in the top. The Hudson Bay Company, the Dalleys, 1824, 1846. This is another map, the Hudson Bay Company. What does HBCA stand for? Hudson Bay Company Archives. I don't have residue. It's the first I'm hearing about it, but I can look for it, John. Now, the bottom right corner is interesting. It says Hudson Bay Company Ltd., also known as Hudson Bay Company Ltd., primary name Hudson Bay Company Ltd., other name is Hudson's Bay, which is weird to me. The top are medals that you can't see. Hudson's Bay Company, or Hudson Bay Company. A Hudson Bay Company Barbie doll that says Hudson's on it. A scarf. A ship. Welcome, Captain Kirk. Just in time for the last one. So here's another coin, guys. And this one actually says the Hudson Bay Company, like I remember. Actually says it in the coin from 1892. And the coin on the right is like one of those flattened pennies. The beaver was their like mascot for the ships and everything back in the day. And it has the merged HB on it, but it says Hudson Bay Company. No S. Here's another book. Actually, two books. A survey for the Hudson Bay Company. Their flag. Hudson Bay Company flag. And there's that picture again being sold as the Hudson Bay Company, real photo circa 1948. The top is a timeline of the company, and it says that the establishment of Hudson Bay Company, May 1670. Parliament, the Hudson Bay Company, in the New York Times.
That looks like it's it, Sandy.
That's it. Welcome, the one. And Beth Bromley, welcome.
That's all, folks.
I know, it's a short one tonight. We may be back tomorrow with one that I didn't get done. Or maybe a couple more, just we don't want a too long show because if we do have a show tomorrow, it's going to be late. So, because Brian has a late day tomorrow. So, if we do have a show, it will be because there is no Mandela Monday. I don't know if there is or not. I'm just saying, if there isn't, and if Brian gets done in time, then we will definitely see you again tomorrow.
All right. Well, Teresa, you have any closing comments?
No, I don't.
Yeah, say good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Hey guys, pray for Teresa. She's dealing with her allergies.
Try
Anyone
to-
else dealing with any hardships right now, let's pray for them. Everyone have a great Mandela Effect night. God bless. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming. Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys. See
Good
you
night.
next time.